got these vertebrae on our cat. That's a cat. Woo. Okay.
Okay, this is an atlas. You have the neural canal, you have the neural arch, and then you have these wing-like structures which are called the transverse process. They also have these little holes which the string is attached into, and these are called the transverse foramen.
And are only found in the cervical vertebrae, which the axis is the first of.
Atlas is the first of. Axis is the second.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Listen to Sam, not me.
The axis is the second vertebrae in the cervical, and you can tell by the spine, which is called the neural spine. It almost seems kind of like shark-like if you were to see it coming out of the water. It also has this, which is the odontoid process, and when it connects with the atlas, it actually
articulates inside of it.
Inside of it. So you can see it right there.
Beautiful.
And this also has the transverse foramen, and the neural arch, along with the neural cranial centrum.
Oh, there's the neural
right
canal
here.
in through, and then there's the centrum.
The centrum is right down here.
And it's the base, like the body, is the centrum.
Next comes the rest of the cervical bones, which in total there are 7 cervical bones. The cervical bones have if I can get one out here, have a really little neural arch, or spine, sorry, and they have the centrum, which is this part right here, the neural canal, which of course is the middle, and they have the transverse process, once again, on the bottom.
Beautiful.
The last of the cervical bones does not have a transverse foramen, as you can see.
Woo.
And has a really thin and but really big neural spine.
And the reason, do you know the reason that is a transverse, reason it's a cervical vertebrae and not the thoracic?
The transverse foramen?
No. It doesn't have a transverse foramen, but it's not attached to any ribs.
Oh, it's not attached to any ribs.
So that's a cervical vertebra. And then on our little guy here, we got cervical vertebra. So we've got the atlas, the axis, and then the 5 other cervical vertebrae.
Next we have the thoracic vertebrae, which you can tell by the really long neural spines.
Long neural spines, wee!
That face towards the back of the animal. We also have a larger centrum, and underneath we have this right here is called a full facet, and underneath this smaller one here is called the demi-facet, and they connect the ribs to the spine.
Beautiful. So there are 2 articulations between the rib and the spine.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the postzygapophysis and prezygapophysis. That's the neural arch. Those would be these guys.
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So the prezygapophysis is this articulation in the front, and the postzygapophysis is this articulation in the back. And so if you want to put 2 together, they fit together beautifully, and that's where they articulate. right there. So pre in the front and post in the back. Ah. Okay.
Next comes the pre and the post zygapophysis. Zygapophysis. I'm always going to forget that one. These two kind of connect with each other, as you can see.
Fit together so well, like puzzle pieces. Yay.
So the spines are going in different directions, almost. And we have, if I can move it, we have a large centrum on both of them.
Centrum.
And
We have a neural canal.
Neural canal.
Neural arch.
Neural arch.
Neural spine.
Spine.
All sorts of things.
And then
Those are the mammillary processes, because aren't we on the we're on the lumbar spine now, by the way.
oh yes, sorry, by the way.
We're on the lumbar spine. So these guys are the thoracic, I don't know. Thoracic vertebrae, and these guys are the lumbar vertebrae, and you can tell because they switch direction in the spine.
Yep.
Whee. Lumbar, thoracic, cervical.
And the lumbar vertebrae look kind of like a W if you look at them. They almost have an equal array.
Isn't that upside down?
No,
No?
because this is the centrum.
Oh, okay, right.
So,
Okay. Just kidding. Crazy, don't listen to me.
so we have that, and
They articulate beautifully.
lovely. We also have very large transverse processes, and we also have the. These are the only vertebrae that have the accessory process, which is
mammillary process.
in the mammillary process, which are right here.
And the mammillary process is in the back of the. So this guy is the mammillary process.
This is the front. This is the back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that guy is the mammillary process, and this guy is the accessory process. So mammillary, accessory. And here we see the transverse processes. Yeah.
Yep.
And here we have the neural spines again.
Which go back towards the front of the animal.
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. Also, you can see in here we have the invertebral foramen. Foramen. I can pronounce things. Okay. And so they're in between all of the vertebrae, and that's where the, nerves come out.
In the end, you have, before the caudal and after the lumbar, you have the sacrum, or the sacral, and these are three vertebrae that have fused together. They have the invertebral foramen, which you can see clearly without having to put all of these together in order to see them. They have really small neural spines. They get smaller as you move towards the back. And they have this part of the flat bone which articulates with the surface of the ilium.
Great. And so on here we have the lumbar vertebra, then we have the sacrum, and here we see the invertebral foramen a little bit, and neural spines.
Ilium.
Oh, and the
right
ilium.
here.
So it articulates right there. Articulate.
And then the last part of the vertebrae are the caudal vertebrae, which basically form the tail. You have like all the rest, you have a central, and you also have a hemal arch, but I do not know.
So we can look closely. So the centrum is the body. Here, wait, we have a little one here.
Do you have I did one?
So here we have a little one. So you can see the centrum is the body, and now the hemal arches are these little ridges, and that's where beautiful.
So you have the centrum right here, and then these little pieces are the humeral arch.
Yep, and they help the blood get through.
And they help the blood get through from one end to the other.
Yep. Okay.
And that is your vertebrae.
Yay!